we got four-nerve daisy, the Blackfoot daisy, and this Damianita, which is not exactly a daisy, but it does look like a daisy. And all of these are really great for your super hot, dry location. If you have irrigation still, and you got a place where your sprinkler just doesn't hit, like a dry corner that's sunny, these are great for them because they really don't like too much water. I tell people, like, water this when you install it and then don't care for it anymore. They thrive on neglect. Most people will kill this Blackfoot daisy by overwatering it. So they just want to get out there in the Texas sun and enjoy the hot days. This is Missouri violet. A lot of people would consider this a weed in their lawn, but it's a nice, low-growing, mounding. They make a ton of seeds. They'll multiply on their own. They grow pretty well in a pot. In fact, there was some in one of my citrus pots, and it just completely filled up the pot and made a real nice vase. Also in a pot with a bigger tree like that, it provides some shade for the soil, keeps the moisture in. Most people would look at that and see it in their yard and think it's a weed. Yeah, there's two things here. Both of these are things you're not going to find in any, even of the independent nurseries in town. Carolina wolfberry, Solanaceae, so same family as tomatoes. In fact, the fruit is edible, but like many tomato family things, the fruit is edible, but the leaves are poisonous. This is like the rain garden. If you have like a wet area, these can be completely inundated, like covered in water, not for long periods of time, but if there's like a low spot in your yard, it would love that, where it gets wet and it stays wet while the water comes. But also they can survive on very little water as well, like once established. It'll make these big arching stems like this. These stems will touch the ground. It'll root where it touches the ground and start again. So like super easy to propagate if you wanted more. Birds really love the fruit. It's got tiny, they're very tiny, like pea-sized little red fruits. You can, if you're out in your garden, you're like, oh, I got some fruit, let me try it. But mostly the birds will eat them before you probably even get to them. But also because it forms this big like arching thing, also a great shelter for insects and other animals because there'll be a big space under here when it's mature. Perfect shelter. This other one, this crag lily, this is not listed endangered or anything, but it's certainly rare in the wild. It's a South Texas plant from Rio Grande Valley type of area. We'll send up a flower stalk like this with a yellow flower on a stalk. So for me, this is a great replacement for things like lorope and society garlic. It's got a similar kind of strappy look. It'll form a pretty decent sized bush, and then it has a long, big, tall stalk with pretty yellow flowers on it. I know the lorope is purple and the society garlic is blue, but I think the yellow pops more in the landscape than the blue flowers. Because it's a South Texas plant, it's probably going to die back in the winter, but they come back year after year and make it pretty green. It's very small, so it's good for the front of your planter bed, but then the flowers come up on quite tall stalk, so it has a nice impact.